Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast. The Ugly.
Ugly? You ready to go on to the ugly?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, what's your ugly for week 3?
The Bears.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin Fields looked awful. They're starting to point fingers. The Bears looked awful. I mean, they're against the Chiefs, so I mean, I don't know about you, but I didn't have high expectations for him. But there was no sign of life at all in that offense. They need to hit the reset button, and the issue is that they actually might be able to, but it's just going to be a long season if you're a Chicago fan. They just pointing fingers. Coaches don't know what to do. Players don't know what to do. It looks bad.
Yeah, I feel bad for Casey, friend of the podcast, Casey, who's a Chicago Bears fan. He picked him to win the division, by the way. Not a good pick, Casey.
I thought they were going to be better, but not going to win the division.
Yeah. I thought they'd be better too. I think they need to move on from their coach for sure. They're probably going to have 2 top 5-ish, 10-ish picks, so they'll be able to retool next year. I would trade Fields at the end of the year, let somebody else have him, and
maybe
try to get
earlier to see if you can get something for him.
Yeah, well, I think there would be a team that would trade for him, but I just think Fields is. I don't know if he'll be in Chicago anymore. Like he'd be anything in Chicago. I don't blame him for blaming the coaches. By the way, it's just like,
oh yeah,
he's not seeing the field. But I imagine that the coaches have instilled stuff into his brain that just isn't the kind of quarterback he is. So
fair. Yeah, well, it's like turning RG3 into a pocket passer. Who does that? Wait.
Yeah, exactly.
It worked out well for them.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I don't know what else to say about the Bears, but train wreck. That's all I can say about them.
That might be my ugly for every week from now in the future, just so you know.
Yeah, well, maybe variety. Next time, maybe you could have us talk about the Cowboys next time, which is your most disliked team who lost to the team that's supposed to be what's it called, tanking. So
they were almost the Cardinals, because they beat them, and I just love the trolling by the quarterback.
Yeah, that's great. That is great. That is great. My ugly, Zach Wilson. I don't know. It's, again, what else do you have to say? He's definitely, it's interesting because it's funny that like when the like media gets something right and they're surprised that they got it right. So coming out of the draft, Zach Wilson, everybody was like, he's young, he needs time to develop, he needs to sit for a year or two, but he has a great talented arm and he's supposed to be this guy. Well, he doesn't get to sit at all. And then he ends up being a bad quarterback. And it's like, well, guys, you were the ones that said he needs a year to sit. Like, so he didn't get to sit, and we're surprised that he ends up not good. So I kind of feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for the Jets at this point, other than the fact, Aaron Rodgers got injured. I don't think that's necessarily fair. But like, man, did you hear Salah's comments about like he's the guy that gives us the best chance to win? And he said it in a way that was like, so you could tell he was trying to like, he almost had to like vomit it out because he didn't believe it himself. It was so awkward.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that's it. Zach Wilson, he's on a super talented team. The offensive line's a bit shaky. That doesn't help. But he's on a super talented team. There's talent everywhere on the Jets, and just the addition of Aaron Rodgers, I thought they were going to be Super Bowl contenders this year, and now they haven't won a game. No, they won one game, the Aaron Rodgers injured game, and they haven't looked good the other 2.
No.
So like, yeah, that's very ugly for the Jets, and feel bad for Jets fans because they had all this hope, and like it's like when you see a small child with all these glimmers in their eyes, and then they find out someone's not real, and then
That's great. Yeah.
So yeah, I know I feel bad for Jet fans right now. So, but it's ugly, and hopefully the signing of Trevor Simeon. No, who did they sign?
Yeah, Trevor Simeon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe he'll give them a better chance to win, even without knowing the playbook.
Yeah, I don't know what the Jets are doing. And I was listening to somebody say like, hey, they don't have money, so they can't like trade for someone. It's like if you throw in an extra pick, the cap's fake. Figure it out. And if you throw in an extra pick, we've seen in some scenarios where the team that you trade the player for or whatever, they'll pay some of the salary. And if it's a 1-year contract, like Kirk Cousins or something like that, why wouldn't the Vikings help pay for it? If it's like, yeah, give us your first and your third for next year, and we'll go ahead and pay 70% of the salary for Kirk Cousins this year because
There's
he's
always ways around the cap.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep. Exactly. We'll see what the Jets do, but I mean, I don't mind because the Dolphins, they're in the Dolphins division, so if they continue to be bad, it's only going to help the Dolphins out. So,
yeah, I don't think that should be a big concern for the Dolphins. So,
yeah, it's true. Okay, let's go into our second part of our podcast. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.